Hello everybody, I'm Srijaya Singh. I teach English at CLATapult. Today I shall be giving you a broad overview of the English section of the CLAT paper. I shall be talking to you about what sort of questions are there and how you should be planning your preparation in the coming few months. So in the current CLAT pattern, there are about 120 questions and English would be having about 22 to 26 questions, which is about 20% of the paper. Now, if you look within the section, you will see a bunch of reading comprehension passages, and each of the passages will have a couple of questions following it. Now, you will not see any grammar or vocabulary questions separately, but these two areas might still be tested as part of the passages. We shall be discussing each of these aspects one by one. Let's start with reading comprehension. In reading comprehension, there are two aspects of its preparation. First is how you read, and second is how you solve questions. When it comes to how to read, your reading speed is crucial, and I can't stress on this enough. More so because your reading speed is crucial for the entire CLAT paper, since it involves a lot of reading. Also, you don't just have to read fast in the English section, you have to read fast in the entire paper, which is about 2 hours. So you need to also have a very good reading stamina. You can't read fast for the first half an hour and get tired. So that is also something to be mindful about. The unfortunate part about this is that you cannot develop a good reading speed overnight. So your preparation for it should begin as soon as possible. If you haven't started right now, you're already late. That should be your mantra for starting to focus on your reading speed immediately. The next aspect within how to read is also about reading more and more diverse topics and from more and more sources at this point. So when you're doing your daily readings, which is and should be about 90 minutes, which may or may not include the newspaper reading time, depending on, say, where your exams are, how close the paper is, how free you are at the moment, and so on. When you do these readings, try to make sure that you're covering all subject areas. So don't just read the sports page of the newspaper because you enjoy sports. Read everything. Read diverse topics from biotechnology to robotics to artificial intelligence to archaeology to anthropology to economics to philosophy. Read everything because your passages can come from anywhere, and while you don't need to know about the subject matter of the passage specifically, but having some background idea of the subject area that they belong to will help you read the passage faster and understand it better. So it is advisable that you have some idea about every subject area out there. The other thing is to read from diverse sources, which means that don't just restrict yourself to, say, newspapers. Please read fictional books. Please read autobiographies, novels, magazines from across subject areas. Again, don't just read political magazines. Also read, say, magazines about, say, geography. Everything will help you. And of course, reading newspapers is imperative. Besides these, just try to ensure that you're also working on your reading speed as you're doing your daily readings, which will include all of this. Now, when it comes to grammar, make sure that you do not spend too much time on it, and you clearly plan out what grammar topics you need to be spending time on and how much time should be spent on it. Remember that nobody in CLAT is asking you what is a noun or how many types of this is there, how many types of that is there. Nobody is asking you all these sorts of things. The maximum they will do is that, say, they will give you a blank in the passage and they will ask you to fill it up in one of the questions. So here they might test your prepositions or subject-verb agreement, for example. So you can devote time to preparing these topics specifically, because it will not be smart for you if you want to, brush up all your grammar topics right now and do that in detail, because I think that time can be better utilized. Now we come to an often overlooked area, which is vocabulary. But please remember that vocabulary, like reading speed, cannot be developed overnight. And having good vocabulary is not just important for understanding, for being able to answer questions specifically about vocabulary, but also for a good understanding about passages in general. Because a lot of times, to make a passage difficult, they will just use difficult words in it, even though the concept is very, very simplistic. So in this scenario, it is very important that you have a good vocabulary. To build your vocabulary, you need to start doing two things. First is understand how word construction works, right? Understand how words have originated, what are prefixes, what are suffixes, how do you put them together, and a word is formed. This will help you in, say, memorizing words, because you will be learning a lot of new words in the coming few months, at least I hope so. And it will also help you take an educated guess about what a particular word might mean if it comes to that. The other thing you need to be doing is to maintain your own vocabulary register. So whenever you come across a new word, you should obviously find out its meaning. But once you find out its meaning, please write down the word, the meaning, and the sentence it was used in. Because otherwise what happens is that you keep learning new words, you look up their meaning, but then you forget it. And then the next time you see the word, it might seem familiar, but you may not remember its meaning. But we don't want to do all of that in your CLAT preparation. So make sure that you're noting down every new word and in one place. And every once in a while you can revise your own vocabulary register, which is your own compendium of new words. So that'll help you, that'll really, really help you build your vocabulary by the time of the CLAT exam. And yeah, having discussed what reading comprehension, grammar, and vocabulary involves, we hope that your English preparation will be smooth, and we shall be making more videos in the coming few days to assist you in your preparation.